I hear you guys. You guys heard me mention it literally every video since the drive shaft, and it's finally happening. Today the truck's getting lowered. The drop that I'm going with is a 5/8 drop. I kind of don't know anything going into this. I don't know if it's gonna rub against my fenders in the front. If I have to, well, I rolled my bed already because I did have it at a 4/8 at one point, but my drive shaft was hitting, so I had to go back to the 4/6, which was perfectly fine. But for the look that I'm going with next, it needs to be a little bit lower. 1 inch in the front isn't too much, but it'll kind of make it look a little bit better. So right now for suspension, I have 2-inch drop spindles and 2-inch drop springs in the front. In the back, I just have the flick kit. I did have the lowering shackles already, so it's another 2 inches. It's gonna be at an 8-inch. For those of you guys who don't know how to do math. And then in the front, I just ordered lowering springs. I was gonna do upper and lower control arms, but to be honest, I'm trying to do, I don't know if I'm doing, I might do a coilover setup in the front. So I'm gonna get custom control arms. I'm hoping to do it pretty soon, so a little bit of camber won't bug me for a couple months before this thing actually goes lower on like a proper suspension and not just like the leaf spring. We're gonna hop on this. I'm gonna do the back first just because I know what the back looks like. I don't know what the front looks like, so I'm kind of excited for that. So I'm gonna do that for last, but let's start on the back real quick. So real quick, just kind of for a reference, I'm going to measure with the tape measure from the bottom of the wheel to this part, I don't know what it's called. And it's sitting right above 28 inches. So technically it should be, I don't think it's going to do a whole 2 inches, maybe like 26 and a half. I don't know. I don't know what I'm expecting. Kind of scared. I never had it on 20s when it was on the 8-inch drop, so we'll see. I'm hoping it sits level because I'm sorry for some of you guys who have that squat, but I personally do not like to squat that much. If you're gonna be low all around, not just the back. But no hate to any of you guys. Some of you guys actually can pull it off, and it actually looks good. But anyways, so yeah. As you guys can see, I'll even bring you guys in. We're sitting there right now. Got the truck all jacked up. I had to do it on the frame back here, which probably wasn't the best idea. But I can't do it on the little hook for the leaf spring because my exhaust is in the way. I'm going to have that under the diff. And I'm going to toss in my spare wheel under the frame on this side just for extra precaution. You already know. Safety first here on this channel. Alright, so I did one side just to double check and make sure I remember how I did it. But basically it's just this bolt and there's a bolt directly above it. You have to hold these bolts with like a, I call them pinzas, I don't know what they're called in English, to be honest. And then it's a, what was it, a 22 I believe. It's a 21 millimeter, yeah. It's a 21 millimeter socket. It has to be a deep socket because if not it's not going to reach. And you just need some pinzas. I got some ratchet pinzas right here. You already know. Loosen this bolt and loosen the top bolt. You have to have the jack under the diff so you can maneuver it up and down. If your tow hitch is on, you're not going to be able to take it off. You're going to have to take off your tow hitch, which is just 6 bolts right here. Or no, 3 bolts on this side, 3 bolts on this side, and then 2 right under the bumper. And then after you take that off, you can take these bolts off because it's not going to make sense because this bolt hits kind of the frame. But basically you have to take this bolt out first. Once this bolt comes out, it'll fling up into the bed, like up here. It's not that aggressive as I made it sound. And then you can reach over the frame and in between the bed to loosen that bolt up, which is attached to the leaf spring. And then you could throw in your new shackle on. And then you just gotta redo everything backwards. It's pretty simple. How the fuck am I supposed to get this?
No mames. Ese pinche mofle va a chingar su madre.
Oh my god. We just finished up the back. I didn't record much. I got frustrated, couldn't get one of the bolts out, so I stopped recording. But as you guys can see, it's tucking literally almost 20s. And it's almost tucking tire, which is insane. My exhaust tip is like way too low. Might have to go with another setup. But overall, I love how this shit looks. This is exactly the look I wanted. No more toe hitch, a little bit lower like I've been wanting to for a while. It's literally sitting pretty much as close as what I wanted it to sit at. I just need to do the front, and it's super late. Once I'm on 24s, it's gonna look way better. This is just temporarily. I just need new tires, and I'm basically just waiting for the new look. I'll talk more on that in the video before we actually start working on it. But yeah, the next clip is probably gonna be us working on the front. Alright, so you guys could obviously see the difference. I think at first it was at 28, a little bit above 28, and now it's like a little bit under 27. So about an inch. So much for 2-inch shackles. But it's pretty much perfect. Tomorrow we're going for my boy. Oh, get a new shirt, bro.
Oh yeah, my shirt has a hole in it. I'm not trying to iron it.
Tomorrow we're getting some goodies for this bad boy. We're going at 7 o'clock in the morning to pick up some things, and then I have my appointment after that. So this is the front. I'm gonna measure it just like I did for the back. Right, there you go. There's no point of doing this. This is just kind of a reference for you guys and for myself also. Right now, we're sitting at right above 29. We're sitting right above 29. So supposedly this is gonna be 1 inch lower, and it should kind of level it out to the back. Hopefully. We gotta get started on this. It's kind of getting late. I'm gonna jump on it already. So we got the truck jacked up on both sides. The springs that I ordered, honestly, I ordered my stuff from eBay. It's a little bit cheaper, same shit. It's the second day that we're working on this shit, but we're not gonna work on mine yet. We're gonna throw on Elias's shackles on his OBS. We gotta get ready for Las Vegas truck invasion. Right now we're throwing 2-inch drop shackles on the back, and we're gonna do 2-inch drop springs on his two today and on mine. So today's gonna be a combination of both. Both about to be rolling on the Cali lean for a little bit, and then we're lowering the fronts too. I'm excited. You guys aren't ready for this. Oh, Elijah's truck is basically done. He just has his exhaust to do. He got some short tube headers. That's basically all we could find for his truck. We looked for a while, so he's gonna run some short tube, and then so he can have his catalytic converter, windshield tint, and this drop, and that's about it, huh? Saul has a lot to do and little time. Should be pretty much done in like 2-3 weeks, hopefully. But we're gonna go to the store. We didn't accidentally. One of the shackle bolts didn't want to come out. It was being a bitch, so we forced that shit out, and it kind of stripped it. So hopefully they have something like this. Hopefully. But we're gonna go to the store real quick. So we just got done with the shackles on both sides. We're about to drop it. Our only real fear right now is that the shocks are gonna bottom out. Ooh, that's so good.
Damn.
You can't even really tell though that it's been a few hours, but because I had to go to work. So now we're gonna start on the front suspension. We're gonna put the lowering springs on my truck, and then we're gonna do the OBS. Hopefully we get it all done today. It shouldn't be too much more work. Pretty much almost there, so should be good. Did the other side already. Literally took us way longer than I needed to. So basically all you have to do is with some vice grips, hold this like the tip of this. Do not touch the threads. Just hold the tip. It has a little like area just for you to grab it. And with the 15-inch wrench, you guys could go ahead and remove this so the shock doesn't spin. If the shock doesn't spin, then you guys are good. But if it starts to spin, then that's how you would do it. And then under, there's going to be two 13mm bolts, which are down here under the controller. And after that, the shock should drop. You have to disconnect the sway bar from the control arm after that. And then after that, you have to loosen up the 2 bolts. It's gonna be a 24 on the nut. What was it on the other one? 19 on the other one. And then after that, that's gonna allow the control arm to drop. And you're gonna wanna tie the spring to your control arm just in case it pops off. It didn't pop off, luckily, on the other side. But there is always that little fear. It's better to be safe than sorry. And then after that, you could pull out the spring, and then after that you just do everything in reverse. I'm gonna try to record every step that we do as we do it. Alright, so we got the top bolt off. We gotta take out the 2 13mm bolts, and the shock should drop. And after that, we're gonna work on the sway bar and then the control arms. We're taking off the bolt that connects to the sway bar, and then after that, we could just work on the taking off the control arms and then the spring. This is how you're going to want to take off the control arm. You're going to want to have a breaker bar with the 24mm socket, and then a 19mm socket on a wrench. You don't need nobody to hold this because the control arm's going to hold this, so you could just break it. Okay, there. And as you guys can see, he didn't need anything else because this is holding onto the controller. So you'd be fine with one person pretty much on this whole process, but it's a little bit easier. If you have a second hand, then definitely ask them for help if you can. It's going to be the same exact process on the other side, so you guys could drop it. So, alright, so we got both control arms bolt out, and now we're just going to drop the control arm. You do want to have 2 jacks, one to hold the control arms and one to hold the brake assembly and spindle. You're gonna drop can you drop the controller? So it's gonna kind of fall apart, and then you're gonna want to tie something around the spring just as an extra safety. And then at that point, it's pretty much out. And like I said, tie something around the spring just in case. You never know. There's a lot of tension on that. But it looks like it had no tension. Did you drop it all the way?
Yeah, it should be all the way. Yeah, it's all the way.
Should I drop? Alright, now I gotta drop mine. Alright, just like that, the spring's all loose. You could untie it. You don't want to do nothing too crazy for tightening it. And then you're just gonna pull it out. That's what put the mother.
Do that.
And then we're gonna be able to pull it out. Alright, so you guys can see the difference. It's not much, but it's gonna be, I believe, a lot when the actual suspension is on. But yeah, you guys can see the difference. I might record until tomorrow. I should record until tomorrow, huh? Yeah. We'll record some of the process on his, and then we're gonna want to go take pictures in a video because it's been a while, and especially before this bitch gets her makeover. Whoa. Bro, tell him how crazy my new look is.
What new look?
The new look on the truck.
That's crazy.
Is it the craziest shit you've seen in the truck scene yet?
You guys would never expect this coming.
Bro, do you think it's one of the craziest things that you've seen in the truck scene?
Yes.
Alright, you guys aren't ready. I'm hyping it up because I feel like it's gonna be a crazy look. But anyways, we're gonna put on the spring now so we can move on. So this goes on the top hat, basically the top hat. So you're gonna just wanna put this on. It's kinda like a bushing. So you're gonna wanna just put this bitch on. And then the placement of this is very important. You're gonna want I'll just show you guys, but you're gonna wanna put this on the bottom. And then let's go install this real quick. So right now we're just gonna throw on the spring. Like I said, this top hat part goes up and this goes on the bottom on the control arm.
Let you drop your side first.
Go. Yeah.
Are you scared?
Look here.
How does it look over there?
It's going way past.
Is it even by the tire?
It was the same. Alright, so here's a little update. Honestly, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. We didn't just finish, but we just kind of been sitting and like talking. The truck didn't drop at all. I'm thinking that my front shocks bottomed out. I already placed an order. They're supposed to be here in like 5 days. The new look, I honestly don't think I'm hyping it up too much. I think it's actually gonna be as crazy as I'm saying it to be. Everyone who's seen it has said that it's probably one of the craziest things that they've seen on the truck. So I'm hoping it is, and I'm hoping that it comes out how I have it on the render and how I'm imagining it. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm probably not gonna pick up the vlog until tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, so we came out here to take some pictures. I never showed you guys the end product, so I'm gonna show you guys the end product. I'm not gonna put the shocks in on this video because it's not gonna come in on time. But that is a 5.8 drop for you guys. I want your guys' opinion. Should I make a video on installing the shocks, or should I just do that on the side? Not the van that sounded like that. If you guys want to see a shock install on this, leave it in the comment section below. If I get enough people, I will do a whole video on it and probably like show the final product. But if you guys don't, I'll just show you guys in the next video on tomorrow. I'm picking up the new tires for my new 24s that I have that you guys don't know about, and then after that installing a couple more parts, and then after that it's gonna get ready for the big change. Hopefully it's done for California Truck Invasion. We're buying our tickets today, alright? So you guys better be there. I want to see you guys there. If you guys come out to the show, come up to me if you guys see me. I'm gonna have stickers out there. I don't know if I'm gonna sell them, but I'm gonna have stickers out there hopefully by that time. And then you guys can see the truck in person, because hopefully by that time it should be done. Sorry if you guys can't hear me. It's super loud. But yeah. Enjoy the cinematics. I haven't recorded one of these in forever. I'm going to try my best to make it clean. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't. We're almost at 9,000. Hopefully we hit 10,000 before the truck show. And then I'll see you.